Everybody, it's Sarah. How are you? And thank you for joining me today. We are going to be discussing May's forecast for Cancer natives. And I know it's May the 1st, so we're just a tad bit late doing this, but we have a lot of things happening. I didn't want Cancer to miss this forecast. So I hope you're making time for self-care and having some fun. And as always, thank you for spending time with me and going over this information. Um, we're going to discuss a little bit of astrology, then we're going to pull some cards. And as always, if you have any questions, if you could save them till the end, because hopefully I will answer them as we go along. And if you do have a question that didn't get answered, as long as it's general, sure, type it in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer it. If it's something that's really specific to you or personal, then you probably need a personal reading. And I am offering those towards the end of May. I'm booked up the rest of the time. I have been uber busy this last month, and I will be busy this month too with healing clients. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I will try and get back on a regular schedule with the videos though. And as always, too, I need to say this is my take on the astrology, on the cards, on the energy. And because of that, it may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Thank you guys for joining us. If you would, let me know where you're watching this from. That's always exciting to see. Okay, May is going to be a really busy month for Cancer. And it's going to be one of those months that kind of pushes you out of your comfort zone, but in a really good way. It's not one of those scary months where you have to make, big decisions or do life-changing things, from a point of fear. This is more about being ready for changes and ready for these opportunities. And it's a lot of positive stuff happening too. You're probably going to end up being the center of attention, which can feel a little odd in the beginning because the last couple of years it's just been so surreal for so many of us. But we're getting back on track now, and as I said, you're going to be the center of attention, making new friends, enjoying new experiences. Plus, the other good news is there's going to be some interesting developments in your career and work life. So I have some notes. I'm going to stop with the incense for a minute here and just kind of go over my notes really quick, and then we'll do some cards. So we begin this new energy actually at the end of April with the partial solar eclipse. And during this time, secrets were revealed and opportunities came into view. And we're here May the 1st, and you may not have received that information yet because, hey, that was like 15 minutes ago, but it definitely will come through this first week in May. The eclipse triggered feelings from the past that needed to be dealt with or processed so that you can move forward in this new way of being. You're changing, you're growing, you're not the person that you were 30 days ago, much less a year ago. So this is good. I mean, you need a little bit of time to really integrate these changes and look at how these new feelings and new thoughts are going to shape the future. So much has happened that at times it does feel surreal. I mean, sometimes the energy is really chaotic, and other times it just seems like days are just full of molasses energy and everything just goes so slow. But as we begin this new chapter, you're going to be more optimistic and you're going to be more ready for these changes and probably happier than you've been in a long time. Venus enters Aries on May the 2nd, blessing your career and wealth sector of your chart. Promotion, raises, recognitions are likely. All that hard work you've put in is finally paying off. So this is one of those times to not let up on that. Keep your work ethic where it is, but know that people are paying attention. You're not going to be overlooked for that raise. And if you feel like you are due a raise or a promotion, this would be the time to bring it up with your superior or to maybe schedule something where you can, have a sit down with the people that are in charge of that and and move forward with that, because this is one of those times when it's kind of golden. Also, if you're an unemployed Cancer, it's very likely you're going to receive an appealing job offer during this time, during the month of May. I would suggest that, if possible, send out resumes before the 10th and we get in Mercury retrograde, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. Unexpected news arrives on May the 5th as the Sun and Uranus meet up in Taurus. This is an intriguing time with lots of things coming to the light that could be both shocking and compelling. You may change your mind several times during the day and embark on a new adventure once you process this information. Some of the things that you've suspected about somebody close to you are probably going to come to the surface, and it'll be a little bit easier to understand maybe why they've picked the choices they've picked, because now you see more what's going on with them. I don't want to say, that they're hiding things or have a secret agenda, but not everyone is an open book. So definitely finish up home projects and work projects that you can before the 10th, because Mercury, like I say, will be retrograding in the beginning sign of Gemini. So follow the rules for Mercury retrograde, which is double checking everything, making sure that you have air in the tires and a spare, making sure that the doctor appointment hasn't moved or they haven't moved locations, that kind of thing. Go through, double check that the really important emails did send or the payments did clear, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be one of those times of minor difficulties. I don't even want to say the word difficulty. Inconvenience would probably be better. It's not going to be a really tough Mercury retrograde for Cancer. Hallelujah. Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, enters Aries on the May 10th as well. So you have that going with you. Jupiter signals luck and blessing in the career and reputation sector. So once again, this is highlighting you at work, you being recognized for that promotion or that raise. This is a time too when we can really seek changes in our career. Jupiter only spends time in your career sector once every 12 years. Yes, 12 years. So make the most of it. This is the time, as I said before, to ask for a raise, talk about a promotion, or make some big changes at work, because luck is on your side. We have another eclipse on May the 15th. This time it will be a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So obviously, when this happens in Scorpio, that means more secrets come to the surface. Things that people are trying to hide, maybe not so much because they're trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. Maybe they're just private things that they really don't want known are likely to come out. Also, this is a time to let go of what's not working. And rather than cling on to a job or a relationship that isn't working for you, let it go. Because if you try to hold on, it's not going to work. This particular eclipse, more so than the last one that happened at the end of April, is going to clear the table. So anything that's run its course, be prepared for it to be removed from your life, period. It'll be out of your control. So it would be better if we can release it before this happens on the 15th. We have at least a little bit of control over it. We begin Gemini season on May the 20th, and while this has been a very social month for you, it's likely you're going to need a break by the end of the month. So schedule a 3-week vacation. 3-week, listen to me, I wish, right? 3-day vacation. If you can go 3-week, I do that too. A 3-day weekend or something like that where you can get away with a loved one, or maybe even just, take a half a day off work if that's more realistic, and spend time out in nature and have some fun, because you deserve it. You've been working really hard. A lot has happened over the course of this year already, and yeah, you need a break. You deserve some time off. Overall, by the end of the month, you're going to be ready for travel and new adventures. And like I say, once again, the hard work's paying off, the money's flowing in. If you don't see it by the end of May, you'll see it mid-June, because sometimes it takes a while for these things to process. But overall, yeah, the money is going to stay at least as I don't want to say stagnant. It's going to flow in at least as much as it did last month. So it's going to be stable, but we're going to see definitely a raise in money coming up second half of May into June, where it's going to really flow. So this is a good change, definitely. There is, of course, more astrology happening. And if you haven't already, I would suggest that you subscribe so that you don't miss anything. The 30th, we see the new moon in Gemini and the end to a very busy month. This is an opportune time to renew friendships and take another day off work if you haven't scheduled it already, and focus on your social life. You deserve it. So a lot's happening, but not. It's one of those months where you're going to be optimistic, but you're still going to stay, focused on work. You're going to be recognized at work for that hard work, for all the nice things you do to help projects move forward, and how you support your team workers. So all of that's going to be focused, I would say probably all month long. This is a time when you need to kind of, though, schedule self-care on the calendar, because if you don't, it won't happen. You're going to be busy with, like I say, wanting to do more at work, wanting to have more free time, but it's just not going to happen unless you schedule it. So make a point to schedule the free time now, put it on the calendar, and then celebrate the promotion, celebrate the fact that people are recognizing you and how much you prioritize giving to others. So this is a fast-paced month. We're going to turn around, and it's going to be the end of May. Mercury will slow things down when it goes in retrograde, but not dramatically for Cancer. Like I say, it's not really going to affect you, not like some of the others have. I mean, double check things for sure, but yeah, it's not going to be catastrophic like it's been in the past. So a lot happening. Yeah. I'm going to take a drink of water, and then we're going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to draw about 11 cards, I think. We're going to look at the energy bringing forward from April into May, your obstacle, your biggest assets, your home, your health, your wealth, single and partnered Cancer natives. We're going to look at your love life. We're going to look at the best stone for you to use. And if you stay on the current path, we're going to look at where you're going to be at the end of May. So give me just a second. Sorry to slurp in your ear there, but yeah. Okay. So looking at the energy from April coming forward into May. Okay. We got a bunch of cards. Let's just go with the first one. Silence. I am serene no matter what is occurring around me. And I think that is pretty much true. You've had to kind of step back and distance yourself from the drama that other people are going through. A lot of people are in chaos right now. Not so much you, though. Things have straightened out, and you're starting this new chapter. So you are detaching from them. It doesn't mean that you don't care. You do. You definitely care what's going on with them. But you're not as committed to finding solutions for them. At least not to the extent of putting yourself in a bad position where you have in the past. So you're stepping back, you're looking at the bigger situation, and you're allowing people to have their lessons. It doesn't mean you don't care, you do, but you're not, I hate to say the word meddling, but yeah, you're not meddling. If people want advice, you give it, but you don't feel compelled to give unsolicited advice. So you're in this silence of working on you, which is a great place to be. And yeah, I think this energy coming forward, especially the eclipse at the end of April, has you really thinking about life and your career choices, your romantic choices, and all of the opportunities that are out there. Are you going to, go back to school? Or are you going to change jobs? Are you going for that promotion? You have all of this going, plus you're also processing everything that's happened really for the last 6 months too. So yeah, this is you being more introverted. So a good place to be as we begin the month. Okay, let's shuffle and look at your biggest obstacle. Let's go with this deck. Biggest obstacle for May. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. Okay, So I think, yeah, your biggest obstacle is going to be believing that these incredible things are going to happen. There's going to be some opportunities that people are going to go, yeah, you should go for that job, or you should go for that promotion, or you should ask that person out. And you're probably, nah, now's not the right time, or I don't think that I'm qualified, or all those excuses are likely. And that is going to be your biggest obstacle, is believing in yourself and believing that those good things can happen. So overall, that's not much of an obstacle. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's in your control. So instead of thinking that maybe, you don't deserve a promotion, or that you aren't ready for, whatever, instead, keep an open mind and just see what happens. And I think, yeah, you're going to see that the possibilities are pretty much limitless in May. This is going to be a really good month for you. Okay, so as obstacles go, not that tough. Not that tough. Just be open. Okay, your biggest asset for the month. Let's go back to this deck. Your biggest asset for the month. A time for healing, balsamic moon. Okay. The ability to heal, the ability to integrate these changes, the ability to heal yourself and the situation. And this is a huge asset, isn't it? It's a time where you can integrate these changes. You can pull the lessons from what happened in the past, good and bad, and move forward. So this is a huge, huge thing, to be able to heal from something and to learn from it. Because unfortunately, most people can't. Most people struggle with things that happen for years and decades, maybe lifetimes. But this will be a huge gift for you this month, to be able to look at things, maybe jobs that didn't work out, or relationships that didn't work out, or maybe even things that did work out, but for whatever reason ended. You can go back now this month and integrate the lessons and heal, and then you will be so much further on your own personal path because you took the time to do it. So this is a great card and a great placement. This is going to be a really healing time for you, but it's going to be an easy time as well. Most of the time when we heal, unfortunately, we're forced to do it. We don't embrace it because it's not something we want to think about. It's not something we want to do. But this is different. Being an asset in this type of month and this type of energy, I'm saying, yeah, this is going to be something that's going to be relatively easy for you. So this is good. This is very good. Okay, let's look at your home life. We'll go old school with this deck. Let's see. Okay. We got two cards. Let's pull them both. Okay. So we have the Chariot and we have the Five of Cups. So the Six of Cups. Yeah, Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is about childhood innocence and things that gave us pleasure as children. So this is, nature, playing, those types of things. Something that really nurtures us, and something that our inner child would really like. Something we like to do as children. And the Chariot, some people read this card as moving forward, going through obstacles. I always read it, though, as war, because that's how I was taught to read it. So for me, I would say these two cards are very much opposite. We have childhood pleasures and we have war. So I think that's kind of what's going on at home. Two big obstacles of not being in balance, of trying to find peace and harmony, maybe with children, or healing things from the past or your own childhood. And then we have war, which is things getting out of hand, arguments getting out of hand, and people not cooperating, not being on the same page too. So I think it's kind of, at odds with each other. Here it is, we're trying to find and create a healing environment at home that is conducive to us restoring our energy after a long day. And some people just want to argue, or some people just don't agree with anything that we say. So it's a very interesting polarity, isn't it? Let's draw another card. Kind of an up and down roller coaster at home. King of Swords. Okay. So reading all of these cards together, I would say yes, that probably somebody at home is not happy. And even though you're trying to work things out, it's kind of going up and down and back and forth, roller coaster. And it's not you, it's kind of out of your control. The swords definitely cut both ways. I mean, this could be somebody who is arguing with you, but is actually cutting off their nose to spite their face, as the saying goes, where it would be better for everyone involved if you could find a truce or compromise, but they're not quite ready. So home life, up and down roller coaster this month, but that's okay because it's not where you're focusing. Home means a lot to you because home is your place, as I said before, to restore your energy and to recover from all that you do during the course of the day. So on that avenue, it's not going to be very restorative. It's going to be, like I say, up and down, but it's the least of your worries. You're going to be busy with other things, and I don't really think it's going to impact you that much for a change. So let's look at your health. Let's go back to this deck. Let's look at your health. I'm merging. I embrace and love all of my life. Okay. Well, I think that, yeah, this is you coming back in balance. This is you moving forward and emerging from the fog of the last couple of months, or maybe even all of this year. As I said, you're going to be more social this month. You're going to be ready to ask for that raise. You're going to believe in yourself when it comes to volunteering for new projects and more responsibility at work. I think health-wise, for you to do that, you have to be feeling good. And I think you are. I think you've also gotten back on your exercise routine, and I think you're eating better. If you haven't yet, I think it will definitely happen this month. And you will see that once you start committing to sleep, committing to a exercise program, that you feel better and your mood is overall better. And then things just flow easier. So yeah, I would say health-wise, this is going to be a good month. And I think as you embrace the balance of self-care too and planning for that, that things will flow a lot easier. So overall, I would say, yeah, your health looks good this month. Just make sure you take care of you. Okay, let's look at your money forecast. We already know that money's coming in. Whoa. Let's see. Okay. All right, we know that money is already coming in. So let's see what we've got here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, which pentacles represent money. And we have the Five of Cups, which represent emotions. So this card generally is, some people see it as daydreaming and wasting their time. I see this as opportunities because that's what it is. This cloud here is giving this guy, hey, here's a cup, you know? So this is an opportunity coming out of nowhere. And when we look at it with money especially, yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is definitely a woman that likes to spend money, but also continuously has money coming in. She likes nice things. She likes wealth. She likes to enjoy nice things in life and enjoy wealth. So that's a good sign. And then we have this. We have opportunities just coming out of the blue. Things that maybe you've thought about before, but you, for whatever reason, didn't move forward on, whether that is investing in crypto or whether that is, starting that side hustle or taking your hobby and turning it into something else. So I would say, yes, probably money from heaven is coming in, something unexpected, and money will come in to allow you to spend, I don't want to go overboard spending, but spend enough to feel like all the hard work was worth it, right? So this is setting a budget and not, going crazy with it, but spending, feathering your nest, doing some nice things for your friends, those kind of things, taking that trip. So yeah, I would say the money is definitely coming in, plus there'll be something that just comes up out of the blue. As always, research things, excuse me, research things before you dive in. And just because everybody's doing it doesn't mean that you should. But you have a good head on your shoulders when it comes to money, Cancer. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. You will research it, and you're not going to put, your house payment into crypto this month or anything like that. So yeah, just continue reading the trends. And if something really speaks to you, I would say, yeah, go for it. The money's coming. So awesome. Okay, let's look at your love life. Let's look at your love life. Single Cancer natives. Ooh, back to letting it go. Positive expectations. I think these cards have been coming up a lot together. So, how's it been going dating-wise, single Cancers? Are you holding on to somebody that, yeah, maybe you need to let go because the dating isn't going anywhere, the relationship's not blooming, it's just, it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go, and it's time to really think about the future and think about what you want in a relationship and what you'll accept and not accept. Set those boundaries, but be positive too that, you deserve somebody that will love you and respect you and take care of you and will meet you where you are. You won't have to be the sole breadwinner, or you won't have to be the emotional support for somebody who can't consider your feelings. Those days are over. It's time for you to let go those people that are just texting you when they need something or just want to keep you on the line. Let them go and know that you deserve to be loved, and that love is right around the corner. This is a month. This is a month where love is possible, but it's not probably going to happen till the end of the month or maybe even into June. But it's also a good possibility in 2022 that Cancer does connect with their soulmate too. So we have a lot going on for you, but it doesn't matter if your soulmate shows up. If you're in a relationship with somebody else, they're probably not going to hang around. So are you in a relationship, or is somebody just in your orbit and you're just kind of doing something? So if that's the case, it's time to let them go. Yeah, things are changing rapidly for you this summer. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. And partnered. Partnered or committed Cancer natives. Ooh, romantic partner. And environmental awareness. So when this shows up, it usually means that someone new is coming along. Now, whether or not you take advantage of this, I know you're saying, what is she saying here? I'm trying to be polite. And okay, so chances are good of you having an affair. I'll just say it. Now, environmental awareness means pretty much that, it's not going to work. It's going to be one of those things where, you need to think about the bigger picture and who is going to get hurt if this comes out. And environmental awareness pretty much means that it will come out. So if you are drawn to, let's say, a coworker, make sure that you're not putting yourself in a compromising situation where the situation could get worse. Did that make sense? I think it did. Okay, so yeah, and it doesn't mean that every Cancer is going to cheat this month. No, of course not. It just means that you are the center of attention this month, and you're going to be getting lots of attention from people. And some of them are going to be attractive, and some of them are going to want more than just friendship. Now, what happens is totally up to you. And moving forward, look at the big picture. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, this has been showing up for several of the signs for the last couple of months. So not a big surprise. Okay, let's look at the best stone for you to work with. I have that deck over here somewhere. Here we go. Hematite. Okay, haven't seen this one in a while. Hematite is a go-to grounding stone. It will help you stay grounded in the moment and not end up daydreaming or maybe getting caught in something other than what you should be focusing on. It's a very affordable stone. They make a lot of jewelry with hematite. It's black, very shiny, and it's easy to carve, but it's a relatively soft stone. So if you purchase, let's say, a ring or a bracelet, and you bump it on something, it can break. The other thing that's really interesting about hematite too is that when it gets full, it breaks on its own. So it will literally ground you into this reality, and it will pull negative energy out of the environment, out of you and the people around you, the place you're at. But it will store it unless you routinely clean it. If you don't clean it, it won't, it won't hurt you or anything like that. But once it's full, it will break. So keep that in mind. You need to clean the stone regularly, or you need to not invest a lot of money into it. Hematite can be pricey, but generally it's a very affordable stone, and it's pretty much found worldwide. So you would use it for grounding. You would use it also to pull negativity or anything in the environment that would be somewhat toxic to you out of the environment and out of you. And like I say, to be stored in the stone. So good stone to have. Everybody should have hematite. Work with it this month. Wear it, carry it, and definitely clean it, because when you are the center of attention, people are, of course, wanting to be in your orbit, wanting to talk to you, wanting to be around you. Sometimes there's jealousy. Sometimes there is just the focus of people can end up feeling like a weight on you, even when they're not jealous. It can feel oppressive sometimes too. And yeah, you need to probably routinely, at least weekly, clean your own aura too. And hematite will help with that. So yeah, everybody should own hematite. Okay, so if you stay on the current path that you're on now, where are you likely to end up at the end of May? Courage and beauty. Okay. Courage. I live life passionately and courageously, and beauty. I am deeply and profoundly beautiful. So this is about you stepping into your own. Being courageous is not fearless, okay? A lot of people think courage means, oh, yeah, you went skydiving or you did whatever, you were fearless. And it's like, no. Courage is being afraid and doing it anyway. And I think, yeah, that's where you're going to be at the end of the month. You are definitely going to move out of your comfort zone and do some things that you normally wouldn't do, wouldn't try, wouldn't think about. And that could be, a lot of it is work related. Accepting that promotion, accepting that raise, accepting that new responsibility, or starting that new business and stepping out there and becoming the face of it. So those things will pay off, definitely. But even knowing that this is something you can do and something that will pay off for you, it's natural to still be, a little bit apprehensive or anxious about it. So I think that you will do that. I think that you will put your best foot forward and you will move forward like that, being courageous, not fearless, but being courageous. And the same thing with social events too. I think that this is going to be a month where people are going to invite you to do some different things that you normally wouldn't think about doing, or don't really feel like it's, your thing to do. Maybe it's singing karaoke, or maybe it is going skydiving. If it's something that maybe you've secretly always wanted to do, but, kind of been afraid to do, this is the time to do it. This is going to be a golden month for you, so definitely do it. And the beauty. I am deeply and profoundly beautiful. Okay, I think that you understand by the end of the month that you really are a beautiful soul. You really are. And you step into it and you own it. And instead of people telling you nice things and you pushing away the compliments or pushing away, their gratitude, that you are able to own it and accept it. And you're able to own your own beauty. And it's physical beauty, yes, but it's more than that. It's spiritual beauty. It's the beauty of who you are, what you believe in, what you do for other people, how you give and give and give, and how you interact wanting to make things better, not for personal gain, but because it's the right thing to do. All of these traits make you a very beautiful person. So own it. And I think by the end of the month you will. So we see you being courageous, stepping out there and moving out of the comfort zone. We see you accepting the fact that you are a beautiful soul. And we see you also finally getting the recognition at work, getting that raise, getting that promotion, and the money is coming in. Some of it is from heaven, but the money is coming in. So, not the best month for love in general, but other than that, this is aces all the way across. Your health looks good too. Just remember that you need time for self-care, you need time to take care of you. But overall, yeah, a really good month. And we have a Mercury retrograde in the middle of it, which will not be that detrimental for you. Just like I say, the standard caution of, check and double check if it's a really important email, or if you're accepting a payment or making a payment that's really important, make sure that it did process. If you have reservations, call and double check, confirm that they really are there, that restaurant didn't move or something like that. But yeah, overall, this is going to be an amazing month for you, Cancer. Okay, I'm going to take a drink of water. Let me know if anybody has any questions. Wow, this was a lot, but it was a lot of good stuff, though. This is probably the last May forecast that I'll do, and I will switch over to June. I will try and get your June forecast done by next Sunday. So the next one up will probably be Leo. I'll do Leo's June, and then I'm not sure who next, but like I say, I'll try and get yours done within the week. So, no questions? Okay. Once again, this is going to be a fabulous month. So, don't hold yourself back and stay positive, stay optimistic, and know that this is your time to shine. The only thing, like I say, I'm worried about is the fact of you may put yourself in a situation where somebody thinks that you're interested in them and you're really not, and it may cause problems that way. Or, you could have an affair, but that's up to you. It's your life, you do what you want to do. So this is where you're going to end up. The stone you need to use is Hematite this month, which is a great stone. Overall, like I say, pretty inexpensive. They make jewelry out of it. It's something you can find pretty much worldwide. Great for grounding and great for pulling negativity out of the environment and out of you as well. Yeah, possibility of an affair. Watch your environment. If you don't want that to happen, then try not to end up around someone that you're feeling that that vibe from. Single Cancers, let go what's not working and raise your expectations and know that things are going to get better. Money-wise, the money's coming and you're going to be able to spend it and yeah, and do some nice things. Also, money's coming out of the ethers, is coming from heaven. Embrace living a balanced life. You feel good this month and you're ready to go. Home-wise, it's not the best, though. It's kind of up and down. Home-wise is up and down. But it's not going to be your focus. This is going to be a wonderful month for healing and a time when you can process stuff and move forward quickly. I think things from the past will probably come up because it is Mercury retrograde, but most of the stuff you've dealt with. So relatively easy Mercury for you. Believe in the impossible. This is the month for it. Like I say, Jupiter's only in your career or wealth sector once every 12 years. So it's there now. This is an auspicious planet. Make the most of it. Ask for that raise, ask for that promotion, start that new business, whatever it is, you can do it. And all of the inward work that you've done in April is paying off, and you start the month very calm and collected. So overall, yeah, it's going to be a really good month. Enjoy yourself, Cancer, and let me know. Let me know how it goes for you, okay? If you haven't, why not consider subscribing? And if you like this type of content and want more, I do have two things going. I have Patreon, and I have, of course, YouTube community. YouTube community sees videos other people don't see, and sometimes videos in advance. Patreon does different things. They get downloads and things like that. They get PDFs, and so it's different content. But if you like this, I appreciate it. Give it a like and let me know, okay? And once again, guys, if you don't have any questions, I think I'm gonna go. There was a card pull, I think, for tomorrow that came out already, so watch that one. I'm gonna work on getting some small videos out over the course of the next 2 weeks, but I'm going to be really busy. If you want a personal reading, book it now, because like I said, I don't have much time. We're going to be really busy in May. So, but so are you. You're going to be really busy, and it's going to be a good month. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of the Serenity family. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.